PulseChain.
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 Boom! It's finally happening. This is the post of the year, I think, from Richard Hart. PulseX and PulseChain mainnet are estimated to launch publicly in less than 7 days. So there you have it. It's happening this week. We are getting our launch finally after waiting almost 2 years. And you can see the amount of views this post has had. 794k views, all the likes, 5,000 retweets. It's really kicking off. So we're looking forward to the launch. What are the others saying? So K4K is saying, sleeping through PulseChain launch beats making rash decisions when your emotions are in a tizzy. Write down your launch game plan, study and follow it. Remember that people who forgot they had Bitcoin or Ethereum outperformed everyone else who traded for worse coins. Yeah, well said. So what is your plan? Have you got your plan ready? Me personally, I'm not going to be doing too much. I'm just going to be watching for the first few days and probably looking at the pools or the farms for my first move. Apart from that, I'm not going to be swapping anything. I've got Hex, Pulse and PulseChain, so I'm just going to be sitting on all of those and kicking back and getting the popcorn out and watching. So this is Crypto Mentor, who says, if the PulseChain community really understood how bullish the implications of these two Richard Hart tweets were today, you would all call your bosses and quit your jobs. So these are two posts that I didn't talk about, but I forgot to mention these. And in PulseChain, if you like, you can set your withdrawal address to burn address and permanently bind them. Then any validating fees or withdrawing will be burnt forever. What burn address would you create with 40 characters after OX? So what does that mean? So that he goes into a bit more detail. Bullish deflationary sentiment. Basically, validators earn rewards potentially between 5 and 40% APY, depending on how many there are in the network. RH and his team will account for over 4,000 of the validators. So I don't know if that's right, but if that's true, that's interesting. He's implying that they'll lock all their rewards earned on all of their validators, billions of pulse per year, to a burn address. So billions of pulse are removed from the supply per year. Also, it lowers the sell pressure or consistent dumping of PLS by validators on the network. Simply said, it's bullish AF. So a very interesting post there. For price implications. Now, so when this tweet was announced by Richard Hart, I was keeping an eye on the Hex graph, and it went pretty ballistic straight after. So this was when it was just before at 5.5, and then it rocketed up all the way up to 8.3 cents. But then, as you can see, it started to stabilize pretty much just a little bit over what it's and it's only up 2% now, but it was up 35% at one stage. But if we look at the trading volume, you've got 56 million, which is huge, which is much higher than normal. If we go into this historical data here, you can see, so that was partly after that on yesterday's, so the rest is today, and you can see the normal amounts are around the single digit to just touching double digit millions per day. So that's already a big day there. And then you've got this 56, there's another 40 coming in today. So, but it seems that some of that is being dumped. And if you look at this, I don't know what people are doing, because you're going to get a copy if you keep it. But if you look at the daily stats, today's numbers are some of the biggest penalties we've had in the last 2 weeks. I think in the last 15 days, this is the biggest penalty day. So we're going to be getting a payout for Hex. But why are people dumping on the day that the PulseChain launch is announced? You know, are they trying to get some powder to buy Pulse? I mean, they might get more doing it that way, but if you get a copy, you're going to be getting double your Hex, and then if you wait it out, you might be able to get a better deal then. So I don't know, that's what people are doing. Quite strange. And lastly, we'll go on to this post by Gary, who's been putting out some really good stuff lately, and he's clipped this from good to see Crypto Banter, Crypto Man Ran, and Ivan on Tech talking today about PulseChain and PulseChain mainnet. Richard Hart is trending. Interesting time for the Hexicans, ETH, NFT airdrops enthusiasts. And so this is a little clip. We'll just stick that on and watch a little bit of that. This is Ran from Crypto Banter and Ivan on Tech.
Okay, let's talk about the big story of the day. The big story of the day is that Richard Hart has tweeted and he said, we're estimated to launch PulseChain publicly in less than 7 days. So I know there have been a lot of haters, but to the haters, I mean, you got to give it to him. A lot of people didn't believe that he would actually manage to launch PulseChain, and he did. He's now said it's launching within 7 days. So yes, it has taken the project a long time, but he's been very, very, very clear that what he's doing is completely unique. What he's doing has never, ever been done before. And I can attest to the fact that no one has ever tried to do what Richard Hart has done with PulseChain. Now, love him or hate him. I don't really care whether you love him or hate him. We've always loved Richard Hart on the show. Yes, he's a polarizing character. Yes, I don't really agree with the fact that, in deep recessions, Richard Hart walks around with big Louis Vuitton and Prada shopping bags. And so on. And I've taken him on about it. You know that. I've spent a lot of time with him on the show saying, Rich, I actually prefer the Richard Hart that I met in 2016 and 2017, where he was more of a, he's never been a normal person, but he's been more of a normal person. The thing which I like the most about Richard, and I think this is what he should play on more is, he is one of the smartest guys I've ever met. And not only is he one of the smartest guys I've ever met, but he's very technical, and he really has an understanding of game theory and the human mind. And what he's done, or for those of you who don't know what he's trying to do, and this is why it's taken him so long, what he's done is he has forked Ethereum, but also forked the full state of the Ethereum network. So what does that actually mean? So many people have forked chains before. So like you can fork Bitcoin and then you just get another fork of Bitcoin like BCH or BSC or whatever else, or BSV. But how many people have actually forked Ethereum and all the ERC20 tokens on Ethereum? So just think about what he's actually done here. It's a full state hard fork of the Ethereum chain, which means that, let's quickly just see if there's a good explanation here. But so what it does is it forks the whole chain and all the network state and all the holders of the chain, and it aims to increase the value of the Ethereum network by sharing some of the network load and lowering fees. They launched this using the same fork of BSC, proof of stake consensus. However, the project has since moved to a new proof of stake called PulseX consensus model, which introduces a native validator staking rotation and reward slashing contract. So this is what he's done. No one's ever done it before, and a lot of people didn't believe that he would do it. We obviously were investors. We did sacrifice in the very beginning. We sacrificed a whole lot of money. And we've been behind him all the way. I've had Richard on my show multiple times. Even though a lot of people have been against him. And people that have been against him are actually quite smart people. I actually want to play you some things. One name is Eric Wall. Now, Eric Wall is also, in my opinion, very smart. Very, very, very smart. And he debated Richard Hart a while back. I just want to play you some scenes from that debate. So the first thing is, I'll take you to 1656. Here it is.
We can talk about, so Richard is not a developer. So he thinks that the only thing that he can do to make his project popular is by marketing. The way that he markets his project is by talking about how big his dick is, how many cars he has, and how many watches he has.
True.
Okay, we'll just skip through this part because this is Eric Wall just doubting. Just go to here. Just refresh that.
I mean, he really put Richard Hart down. But then he also made a prediction or a bet.
That is relevant to the cryptocurrency industry. And this year or the next.
Eric Wall said that he didn't believe that PulseChain would launch. Anyway, for the haters, we're 7 days away, or less than 7 days away. Eric Wall still saying, as recently as April 25th, PulseChain will never launch, though they threw that project away. The BSC fork, they couldn't put it together. He's saying, Richard Hart saying, in 7 days it will launch. Not only will PulseChain launch, but PulseX will also launch. PulseX is the Uniswap fork, so it's the exchange where you can trade all these tokens. Because remember, now you've got a lot of these Ivan says Richard Hart fixed his mom's toilet in the US. Yes, he did. He went to the US after that interview, and he actually posted a picture on his Instagram flying American Airlines. And he basically, I think he tweeted at Richard Hart. Ivan, join me on stage, bro. If you want to join, just someone send Ivan a link and join me on stage. Let's talk PulseChain or Hex. So that's what's happening. It's happening within the next 7 days. That's why we're having the price go up 12.6%. You know, every time I look at bubbles, I always think to myself. Okay, let me. Yo, this is a good surprise, but I can't hear James. One second, I can't hear you. We're gonna get your sound on. Yo, can you hear me? Check. 1 2 1 2 1 2. We're 1 week away, bro. We're 1 week away apparently from Pulse.
Indeed. And I just heard you guys also sacrificed. It's been 2 years of
2 years.
nothingness, but 7 days. Let's see.
You know what? We sacrificed actually. We gave money to the charity. So there was one charity that we were supporting. We gave money to the charity, and then we also sacrificed separately to that. We've been waiting for 2 years. We heard all the bad comments from the haters, and at one point we kind of believed like that it wasn't going to launch. But Richard's intelligent, bro. Richard's a very smart guy.
Yeah, and like I said, I find all the critics very fascinating as well. Like you said, for example, Eric Wall. I love Eric as well, especially now what he's doing with Bitcoin and Taproot Wizard and all of that. But the thing is, you need a bit of different mindset when it comes to alts. I haven't seen Eric be active in the new alts or find undervalued things before they pump stuff like that. But he's very, 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 very smart. Probably one of the smartest people in the industry, Eric Wall. So it will be interesting how it's going to launch because Richard is also very smart. And yeah, like I said, it's a fork of ETH. It's a fork of the entire state. So all coins and everything are going to follow. I don't know if the price is going to be the same. Probably not. Many people think that all the prices of all your coins are going to be the same, but I doubt that. it's kind of like ETH proof of work fork. It's also fork with all the coins and all that. But in terms of launching calls, yep.
Let me ask you a question. So you're going to have a Pulse, and the Pulse is going to have a mirror image of all the other ERC20. So if you've got a Uniswap token on ETH, you're going to have a Uniswap token on Pulse. And you basically own both. So you're going to own the Uniswap ETH and the Uniswap on Pulse. And what he's predicting is that the Uniswap on Pulse won't have the same value, but it will have some value. So people will trade it. You know what?
That I don't know. I doubt that. I think it's going to worth zero. But I don't know. Maybe he can put in some money in liquidity pools and somehow make some value. I don't know, because it's kind of like with ETH proof of work. It's the same. They also have all the copies, but no one cares about them. But let's see. The proposition, like from a marketing perspective, it sounds very nice. It's the world's biggest airdrop. So I'm all for it. Let's see how it plays out.
So there you go. It's good to see two big influencers like that being very positive about PulseChain and PulseX.
PulseChain.
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 PulseChain.